Good morning, welcome to the Brecon Beacons. Right, we're here at the Brecon Beacons to take on the Fan Dance Challenge. It's a 15-mile route that basically goes up from the famous phone box you've just seen all the way up to the summit of Penny Fan, across, and drops back down the other side. And then we're going to turn around after 7.5 miles and come back up Penny Fan and back to the phone box. The SF use this as part of their training and selection, but they'd carry a lot of weight. And all we've got is a few sandwiches, some warm kit. But weather's not looking too good at the moment, even though it says visibility's high. Very good visibility. Visibility is supposed to be good a bit later on, so let's see how it goes. Absolute burn. We know what you can't do. Effing and blinding, you name it. Down Jacob's ladder, and we're fresh at the moment, so it's not too bad, but I dread to think what this is going to feel like on the way back up. Somewhere out of the wind, a little bit of food, should be blowing a hoolie. Thank you. So we've got just under 1 kilometre left till the end of the first leg, and then we're going to turn around and do the same again. We'll take a bit of time to talk about the kit we've chosen to wear for this challenge. First of all, waterproof jacket, which is Gore-Tex Pro, this one in particular, made by Montaigne. Any Gore-Tex jacket is going to guarantee 100% waterproof, so they do different variations, Pro, Active, Pack Light, any of them would be great. I've got underneath that a mid-layer hoodie, which is quite thin but breathable and warm enough for this, and it's made by Sprayway. And then below that is a base layer, which is basically a long sleeve t-shirt, merino wool, which keeps you warm, takes the sweat off your back, and even when they're wet they can keep you warm as well. On my legs I've got Montaigne Terra stretch pants, which I found have dried out really fast. I got a bit wet up the top, but I didn't choose to wear Gore-Tex trousers today. But these have been fine. Sam's got Berghaus Gore-Tex trousers on, you know, to keep his twig and giggleberries warm. And then boots, I've got a pair of high-tech ultralight, which are nice and cheap. They're a leather boot, and they've done really well so far. Feet are dry. What you got, Sam?
I've got Gore-Tex Scarpa boots on today.
And then woolly hat, any type of woolly hat's fine. And I've got sealskin waterproof gloves. Sam's got Montane Gore-Tex gloves. Again, just keep your fingers dry, keep them warm, and then you can use your hands. They'll function properly when you stop for your lunch breaks. Before you set off on any hike, don't forget to check the map. Before you set off on any hike, especially into the mountains, don't forget to check the mountain forecast. Today's, and don't believe it all the time, because today's, the visibility was supposed to be very good all day. And as you can see from parts of the video, it really wasn't. And there was only a small chance of rain, but we've had rain most of the way. So I'll always pack, for the worst case scenario, spare warm kit, warm food, warm drinks. We'll go more into what's in the bag, but always pack for the worst, and then that way it's better to have it than not have it and be cold, wet and miserable. Right, in the bag, what we got, Sammy?
So obviously on today's adventure we're doing a long leg, so a big hike today, just one day. So what I have got packed in my rucksack is a flask with coffee, just keep me nice and warm, it's cold today. I've also got nutty just to eat while I'm on the go, and sandwiches for when we stop off for lunch. Also on top of that, I've got spare warmers kit in a stuff sack to keep it nice and dry, so if we're stopping for a prolonged time, or if there is an emergency, i.e. waiting out for mountain rescue, I can put a jacket on. So for example, in my bag today I've got a microlight rab jacket, nice and thin, it'll keep me nice and dry based on that. Also safety, should we talk about safety as well? So first aid kit, with today I've just tailored with what I need. So I've got Compeed plasters, alright, so to prevent blisters from happening. A bit of Vaseline, sounds a bit daft, not in that funky way. So any rubs or anything like that going on between the thighs or the lower back with the rucksack, and rub just a tiny bit of Vaseline onto that itself. And also another good one which I have got in my rucksack is a emergency bivvy bag. Okay, so again, emergency purposes, waiting out for mountain rescue. Worst case scenario, I've rolled over on my ankle, I can't move, I've got in touch with mountain rescue. I can stay nice and warm and dry with a bivvy bag over the top while I'm stationary. So yeah, that's what I've got in my rucksack.
The thing I suppose is the backpack. So I've got a low alpine airflow 35. The airflow design just keeps the heat off your back, lets your back breathe a little bit so you don't get too sweaty. And Sam's got a similar design, I think.
Yes.
Also, obviously, map, compass, head torch, nutty, by the way. If you're not in the Marines or an ex-Marine, that's food. High calorie foods, just as much calories as you can get. Jelly babies, sandwiches. I've got a little warm food flask with chili in it. But yeah, you're looking for calories. Down at the halfway point, that gate there. It's taken us 3 hours to get this far, so we failed selection, but we don't mind, we're enjoying ourselves. We're going to hope to get back across in 3 hours, but the forecast has turned worse. We've got torrential downpours coming, you can already see the crags coming in, but we're feeling strong, we're going to be good, we're going to enjoy it, aren't we, mate?
Of course we are.
See, the trouble with filming these things, I keep having to go back for the camera. We've basically done it twice. Fan dance twice. There she is again. Many fan. So we're almost back at the junction of the Roman Road, and that is such a long section. Look at it, Sam.
Too long.
We've got no morale, we're not talking anymore. Long section, but once we've hit the end of that, we start the ascent of Jacob's Ladder again, up to the Penny Fan, and then it's all downhill from there. But it's getting quite hard. So heads down, follow their feet, just go for it. Down. That was hard. We've done it. Total of 5.5 hours. We actually did the second half an hour quicker because I didn't waste so much time filming. But it's a good route, it's easy to navigate. Hardest part is definitely the length of that Roman road, going down that and coming back up it, and the final ascent up Jacob's Ladder. That is a grueler, but we're stronger people for completing it, and I'm actually debating maybe the possibility of coming back and doing it weighted. So thanks for watching, to be continued, maybe.